Imagine if your body had an internal cleanup system, one that could identify, break down, and recycle damaged, old, or toxic cellular components. A process that not only removes cellular waste, but also repurposes those materials to build healthier structures. Well, that system exists, and it's called autophagy. The word autophagy comes from the Greek auto, meaning self, and phagy, meaning eating, literally self-eating. But don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. In fact, this natural form of cellular self-cannibalism may be one of the keys to longevity, cellular renewal, and disease prevention. Welcome to Longevity Blueprint. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of autophagy, the Nobel Prize-winning biological process that's changing how we think about aging, metabolism, and long-term health. What is autophagy? To understand autophagy, we need to first recognize that your cells are constantly renewing themselves, like a 24/7 internal cleaning service. Here's how the process works. First, the cell identifies components that are damaged, dysfunctional, or aged, such as misfolded proteins or faulty mitochondria, the cell's power generators. Then, a membrane structure called a phagophore begins to wrap around these components, eventually forming a sealed double-membraned bubble known as an autophagosome. This autophagosome then fuses with a lysosome. Think of it as the cell's digestive chamber, filled with powerful enzymes. The contents are broken down into their basic elements and released back into the cytoplasm, where they can be reused to build new, healthy cellular structures. It's a highly efficient recycling process that helps prevent cellular damage that could lead to cancer, neurodegeneration, or other chronic diseases. Why autophagy is crucial for longevity. As we age, autophagy naturally declines, and this drop is closely linked to aging-related decline and disease. Studies in organisms ranging from yeast to mammals consistently show that enhanced autophagy is associated with increased lifespan and healthier aging. Here's why autophagy matters so much. 1. Removes toxic proteins that contribute to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia. 2. Eliminates dysfunctional mitochondria, which produce excessive reactive oxygen species, ROS, the infamous free radicals that accelerate aging. 3. Prevents cancer by removing damaged components that could mutate or divide uncontrollably. 4. Improves insulin sensitivity and metabolic health, helping prevent type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. 5. Boosts immune function, enhancing your ability to fight infections and reducing chronic inflammation. A major driver of aging. In short, autophagy not only cleanses your cells, it rejuvenates them, giving your body a biological reset. How can you tell if your autophagy levels might be suboptimal? There's no simple test yet, but here are some common warning signs. Chronic inflammation, increased visceral fat, especially around the abdomen, insulin resistance and blood sugar issues, cognitive decline or memory problems, slow muscle recovery, premature skin aging, frequent infections. These signs aren't exclusive to poor autophagy, but improving it often leads to noticeable improvements across all of these areas. The good news? There are several science-backed ways to stimulate autophagy naturally. 1. Intermittent fasting, likely the most powerful tool. Fasting for 16+ hours triggers a drop in insulin and a rise in glucagon, which activates autophagy. A study in Cell Research showed that fasting cycles significantly boost autophagy markers. 2. Caloric restriction. Even without fasting, reducing total calorie intake by 20 to 30% without malnutrition stimulates autophagy and has been linked to longevity in multiple species. 3. Exercise, especially high-intensity and resistance training. A Nature Communications study found exercise-induced autophagy in muscles, liver, pancreas, and even the brain. 4. Ketogenic diet. By reducing carbs and producing ketone bodies like beta-hydrobutyrate, this diet activates autophagy pathways and inhibits mTOR, a key blocker of autophagy. 5. Bioactive compounds. These natural substances help support autophagy. Resveratrol from red grapes, curcumin from turmeric, EGCG from green tea, spermidine in fermented foods, mushrooms, whole grains. 6. Cold exposure. Ice baths and cryotherapy may boost autophagy. A scientific report study found that cold exposure activates AMPK, a known autophagy regulator. 7. High-quality sleep. Chronic sleep deprivation disrupts autophagy. Deep, Restorative sleep supports consistent cellular cleanup. 8. Stress reduction. Chronic stress increases cortisol, which can suppress autophagy. Mindfulness, deep breathing, yoga, and nature walks can help keep it balanced. Remember, autophagy works best in cycles. You don't want it on 24/7. Just like muscles grow during recovery, cells thrive when autophagy is periodically triggered and then paused. While autophagy is generally beneficial, a few precautions are important. Prolonged fasting isn't recommended for children, pregnant or breastfeeding women, people with eating disorders, or those with certain medical conditions like type 1 diabetes. More isn't always better. Excessive autophagy can sometimes lead to cell death. Balance is key. Individual response varies. Genetics, age, sex, and health status all affect how your body responds. Always consult a healthcare provider before making significant changes, especially with fasting or ketogenic diets. And remember, autophagy is just one piece of the longevity puzzle. Nutrition, movement, sleep, stress management, and connection are equally essential. Autophagy is one of the most exciting mechanisms in the science of healthy aging. This built-in cellular recycling system doesn't just help us live longer. It helps us live better by keeping our bodies, brains, and immune systems functioning optimally. By implementing a few of the strategies we explored today, you can support healthy autophagy and potentially add years to your life and life to your years. Let us know in the comments, have you tried fasting, keto, cold exposure, or any of these strategies? What's worked for you? If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more evidence-based strategies on aging, wellness, and HealthSpan. In our next video, we'll dive into the most important longevity biomarkers and how to track them to optimize your long-term health. Thanks for watching, and remember, small changes today can create massive health benefits tomorrow.